Hello and welcome to HCISD Highlight. I'm Dathan Trevino and we are at Long Elementary today, and joining me is Alexa Limon, our chess teacher.
Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for being here. And so let's just start. How long have you been a chess coach?
I've been the chess coach at Long Elementary for 4 years. So it's been such a great experience. Originally, I took it on because I found some chessboards in my classroom. And I was trying to see who I could give them to, and they said, oh, we don't have a chess coach. And I had played when I was younger, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not going to be that difficult. But then I didn't realize what I got myself into, and it's been such a great experience that I just wish I got into it sooner.
And what requirements do students need in order to take part of your club?
Requirements for the team really depends on the child. What we look for is we expect our children or our players to be coachable. We don't want players that always necessarily have all the experience. We're okay with taking players that don't know how to play right off the bat. But because chess is such a rigorous sport and it does require you to really have to think outside of the box and to look for multiple solutions, we want players that can keep easy temperament and not get too frustrated and be willing to take corrections. So that's a really big requirement. Also, we want students that are humble enough that when they are winning, that they can accept their win with grace. And also if they're not, winning, that they can accept it and not be upset, and they can stay humble and they can also continue to want to learn more. So that's one of our main requirements. They don't necessarily have to be experts, but they do have to continue to want to learn and to improve on their own.
And speaking of winning, have you guys won any competitions? And if so, when, where?
Well, we're doing pretty good. This last couple months in December, or actually this past month, we had a great tournament. It was our first tournament we had ever hosted, so that was really exciting. We did come out with a first place win and then 2 second place wins. That was extremely such a wonderful blessing, very surprising, because when you're hosting a tournament, you're running around everywhere, and I had no idea how my students were doing personally, but they work hard day in, day out. They have positive attitudes, and with that being said, they competed against so many other students that they really pulled in that, such a team effort, and the tournament was so exceptional because the whole school came together. They donated their time, they donated services. So for them to win, our whole school won. And just this past May, we went to Ohio. We competed at nationals, and that was such a wonderful experience as well, just for our players to travel on an airplane, for us to have that experience, for them to see other people, other places, something that we still talk about to this day. And we're hoping that we can go to Baltimore this year.
Wow.
And so over the last 4 years, we've won about 25 different tournaments, and we've placed about top 3 in every tournament that we've competed in, that we've had trophies in. Overall, there are some tournaments that we don't take anything home, but we always tell them, we're just as proud of you because you tried and you've competed. So we've had overall a good 75% win in some form of placing. But to us, it's not so much about winning or losing. It's just chess opens so many doors of opportunity. It really allows our students to meet new people and to just have respect for different players and different people. And it's more of a learning opportunity. So winning is also nice.
And speaking of learning, is it easy to play chess?
I don't think it's very... It's subjective. I wouldn't say easy. Once you understand the pieces and the movements, that part is easy. But the playing and the style of how you play depends on the person. Learning it is easy, but once you get into your strategies and how you play, that's where it becomes more difficult. I think chess is fun for our students and exciting because it can never be played the same way. And it's constantly improving. The students are constantly surprising me every day with the way that they play, and they're growing. So yes, it's easy, but it continues to become more and more challenging. I always tell them, you get out what you put in. So it really, chess is what you want to make it. It's very interpersonal to each of our students.
And how many students are there in the chess club?
In our team, we have 22 active members.
Wow.
And so they range from pre-K to 5th grade.
And do they ever get frustrated with the game?
They're children, so they do tend to get frustrated. But one thing we always tell them is that, you know, a good winner wins with grace. A good winner also, you know, doesn't necessarily always win, and that when they do lose or when they get frustrated, they need to ask themselves, will it matter in 5 minutes? Will it matter in 5 months? Will it matter in 5 years? And it's important, just like in life, that they take a step back and that they realize like that they need to look at the board entirely, kind of like how in life you need to look at all your problems as a whole entirely, and that they really need to introspectively realize that it's not the end of the world, and they still have to have respect, and there's no reason to be upset with your teammate. And it really has changed a lot of my players, the way that they reacted in and out of the classroom, because they realize that their emotions does have a big effect on them and how they treat others. So yes, they do get frustrated because it's human nature, but I'm proud of their reactions in and out of the classroom. So it's very beneficial for them. So.
Well, I just want to say thank you for joining us today, Alexa Limon. We appreciated your time here.
Thank you so much.
And that wraps up HCISD Highlight at Long Elementary. I'm Dathan Trevino. Until next time.